Yeah, crisis shows spiritual regression. And those I mentor, I always watch them like, okay, when they're going through a challenge, what are their attitudes? Are they complaining? Do they get snarky? Do they get rude? Do they, it's like, how much fruit of the Spirit? I mean, how much fruit of the Spirit do you really walk in? And I think in the midst of this, God is trying to increase our level of, are you walking in love? Are you walking in kindness? Are you in self-control? Are you, we don't talk about this very much, perseverance of these different things, long suffering. And, if we can't deal with these little everyday things, and some of them are not little, believe me, losses, there's significant loss. But then you think about people in Ukraine and their nation being invaded. You think about, you read stories of people, they're living in a mud hut and they don't have water. They, are people that are in abusive situations. There's always someone suffering more than us, And so I just think that the Lord will put us through tests. Now, even the things that Satan does, God is watching us. And the Lord has often showed this. He's like, I'm watching you. What's going to be your attitude in this? You want me to use you and you can't deal with this thing? How can I use you in the big things when I can't trust you in the small things? If you're going to be such a complainer and you have food to eat and you have a warm house and you have all this, and you're complaining about that, then how can I use you to change a nation? How can I use, so I don't know about you, I'm sure, Jennifer, but the Lord just kind of smacks me up the side of the head. Sometimes it says, let me put this in perspective for you, Jacobs.
Yeah, no, he does. He speaks to me very kindly, but also very directly. And, when you go through the trial, that's when you find out what's in you. I always tease people and say, if I came and stomped on your foot, the first word out of your mouth is what's in you. I've gotten to where when something happens, thank Jesus. And I'm not perfect in this, but I've gotten to where when someone betrays me, I begin to rejoice, literally, because I've been betrayed so many times that I know the outcome. And when you have experience with God, and maybe some people who are watching don't have as much experience with God, well, then you're going to need greater faith just to trust God. But when you have a history with God, you begin to see how the word really works. And so, I'm betrayed. I'm like, okay, I know something really good is going to happen. When I get surprised or taken off guard by something in the Spirit, I pray in the Spirit. I didn't do that 20 years ago. I had other things coming out of my mouth and other things coming out of my mind, so.
Written by prophetic movement leader Jennifer LeClaire and endorsed by Cindy Jacobs, the Prophet's Devotional was written to equip and encourage you in your prophetic gift. No matter where you are in your prophetic journey, this essential resource will sharpen your discernment and hone your delivery of prophetic words. This is a devotional experience unlike any other, providing rich daily teachings and powerful prayers to empower you in your prophetic adventure with the Lord. Over the course of 365 days, you'll discover different functions of the prophetic gift. Avoid common pitfalls for prophetic people. Receive protocol for operating in the prophetic. Engage multiple dimensions of the spirit of prophecy. Discern the spirit realm with increased clarity and hear God's voice more distinctly and frequently. What are you waiting for? The adventure begins today. Get your copy of the Prophet's Devotional wherever books are sold.